Right. Far away, lads.
Okay, so do you want to just tell us a bit about the boxing family first of all?
Yeah. Well, the boxing family. I mean, I'm the oldest of 7. Yeah. That's one girl, by the way. But I'm the one who started the boxing, McKenzie boxing trilogy. You know, I started off with. Well, my dad was a mad boxing fan, and Ali was his man, and like he sort of introduced us to like the boxing, and we used to watch Ali on TV, and then he encouraged us to go to a boxing club, and we started off as Philip Game Boys Club, and I started there with my brother Winston, and from there, you know, I entered ABAs, NABCs. Obviously, you know, and my brother Winston, he was alongside me, and then Dudley was a great fighter, good amateur, won everything as amateur, and then Duke came on board. So it was 4 of us fighting at one time, all pretty handy. Yeah. But the boxing sort of kept us level-headed, and we was all like, we all trained together, we all ran together, and it was a great time of our lives. Boxing was a good journey for us as kids.
So obviously you then progressed into GB.
Yeah, I mean, after winning the ABA title, I had to represent England. I think, yeah, that's right, representing England. I can't remember how many fights I had. I think I had about 6 or 7 international fights. And one of them that really stands out was England against America at Royal Albert Hall. I think I boxed a guy called Ronnie Shields. I think he was quite handy at the time. And I think that was my main fight into the GB squad to get the pick, yeah. And I beat him in a majority decision at Royal Albert Hall. I thought that was a really good performance, beating him, and it was like, it's a fight that sticks out of my mind because I think I was trying to elevate, really coming into my own then. And as you know, the team was named, and I was not in it. For some unforeseen reason, I wasn't picked. I mean, I'd done everything, you know, I won the ABAs, I boxed for England, I'd done everything I should have done. So there was a big thing about it, and you know, why wasn't I picked? So, and I'll never forget Kevin Hickey. Like he put his head, he stood up for me, and he said like, this man don't go to Olympics, then I'm going to quit. And he was very strong about it, and I think with his help, and I'll never forget it, he fought to help me get in there, you know, get in the squad. And you know, at the end of the day, justice was done. You know, I got my place. I'm very pleased about that. Well, yeah.
Olympics.
Well, I mean, you know, come on. I mean, Olympics, that's a big deal. And then to fight the best boxer in the Olympics was another big deal. That's where we come into Sugar Ray, yeah? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I mean, we've met since, and we've gone back over the time that we swapped punches, and he remembers the fight very well, so do I, and he states that he was very aware of me at the time. I was full aware of him. And I remember not being too sure of myself, you know, and I think that took the edge off me a little bit. I had a bit too much respect for him, and he actually told me that. He said like, I had a bit too much respect for him because had I not been more aggressive, it could have been a totally different fight. Yeah.
And I think that was the platform really for you to turn pro, is that right?
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, after that, I achieved what I set out to do, and that was to go to Olympic Games. And I couldn't really see any more goals in the amateurs, so I decided then I was going to turn pro. and become a world champion. That's what I wanted to become, world champion. Um, um, I look back and I am disappointed I didn't fight for a world title because that was what I'd like to have done, And I had some setbacks, but then that's boxing. I should get up and get on with it. But unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to fight for a world title for one reason or the other. But in spite of all that, I loved it. I loved the excitement. I loved the fights. I enjoyed it in a funny sort of way. Although it was hard. It was hard.
It was some career.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved my career. It was exciting. It took me around the world.
So let's talk about going around the world. Not that far, but Belfast.
Yeah.
Your first British title.
Yeah. Belfast was my first British title. In my mind, I really won the fight. And I remember when I went to Belfast, they made me very welcome. I had a nice place to stay in. I didn't have any problems there, and I had this fight guy called Jim Montague. Montague. Nice lad, but I knew I had a beating of him, and I think I'd done him in the 10th round, I think it was. And I think I gave a good exhibition of boxing skills.
Points in your career was the Colin Powers.
Oh, Powers, great. Yeah. Oh. Every time someone says that name, I go, whoa. We had a couple of real ding-dongs, me and Powers, and it was I think it was personal in a way. I think it goes back to amateur days as well, because he beat my brother, and I beat him as an amateur, and then we would turn pro, and he was saying things like, which I heard on a grapevine, that I can't wait to get McKenzie in the ring, I'm going to beat him up, and he did. I mean, the first time I boxed him, he dubbed me, didn't he? I was like gutted, because I didn't underestimate him, but I thought, I'll beat him as an amateur, I'll beat him as a pro. But there's a big difference, I just turned pro. He's had about 12 fights, and that made a lot of difference. From me fighting him, he's had 12 fights coming into the pro ranks. I just wasn't ready for him, and he proved that. And I had to go away and lick my wounds, and come back again, and I did. And on my way to fighting Powers, I had to fight Des Morrison in a eliminator then, and I beat him in an eliminator.
That was a 15-rounder.
That was a 15-rounder. No, actually, eliminator was 12 rounds then, and then the championship was 15. So I beat Des Morrison in an eliminator. That was the first time I fought Morrison. But Des didn't really get on. That's another one. That was a bit of spiteful. We didn't show it, but we didn't really click. But that's boxing, isn't it? So I remember beating Des. Actually, no, let's go back a bit. But I thought, my first job when I came out of the Olympics was to box Chris Davis, the guy who should have gone to the Olympics that they chose over me. So my first job really was when I finished Olympic Games. I fought him in an eliminator. I can't remember where it was. It was in England, but I don't know whereabouts in England it was. But I remember boxing his head off, because I knew that was how. At a point to prove it. I boxed his head off. I would like to have stopped him, but he went the distance, So I boxed him, but it was 12 rounds, and I won clearly. I think I won every round actually. I have to look at the scorecards. I can't remember now, but I remember beating him, and then the Morrison fight was after that, and then the Powers fight. So I've had these great fights along the way. I've always had to prove myself.
I remember had quite a few fights of the year as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we had 3 fights of the year. So, saying something.
And who were they with?
Well, Powers, Morrison, Mitty. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great, isn't it?
It is great.
I mean, all those guys were like, you know, hard men. They were hard men. But I was the king of the light welterweights, mate. Lord of Lord, as me. I ruled the division. I was very proud of that.
Yeah, you should be. And
Yeah.
you look for your record and the number of title fights you've had.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many you've had altogether?
Oh,
Sort of 13, 14, 15.
something like that. 14, 15 fights, 12 fights, yeah.
Like you're saying, you've done well on obviously the British front, and you got a European.
Yeah, the European was I was really hyped up for that one. I was ready for that one, yeah. And Granada was a tough, tough component, and he gave me a pretty good run for my money. I thought I might have had him out there in about the 8th round, but he stood the onslaught and came back pretty strong. But I think I was still boxing pretty well then, and managed to sort of outbox him and give away from him. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I saw you were involved in a fight with Steve Early. Don't you
Yeah,
remember that?
Steve, yeah.
And that was Frank Warren's first ever
Televised
title
fight, yeah, that's
title
right.
fight.
Yeah, title fight, yeah.
And I noticed it said the purse was 12,600.
That's right, it's the most I ever got for boxing that time. Warren paid me, yeah, I thought, wow, that was great. I needed that.
But did it feel like back then that it was a good career to make money, or was it
No, I didn't think. I was always frustrated about the money I earned because I could have earned. I think I could have earned all my style, the fights I had. I felt I could earn a lot more money than I did. I never thought I was paid for my ability or the amount of work I sort of put into boxing. But I loved the game so much, so I couldn't walk away from it. It's like an addiction. I loved it. Absolutely. The atmosphere was just amazing. I just sort of it was just so great. I can't explain it.
We were talking before about Fred, I think it's Serlex.
Yeah, Fred Serix, yeah.
From
Blind Date.
Yeah,
First date, yeah.
So I saw a little YouTube clip of you having a little spar with him. Tell us what happened there.
Oh, well, Fred fell in love with boxing, yeah. I remember the first time he walked into the gym, and he goes, I want to learn to box. I said, yeah, okay. So I looked the other way, and he goes, yeah, I do. So I said, all right, I'll have a shot, But, and then he said, like, I wanted to spar with you. I said, fair enough. We sparred a few times. Then he started to get a bit taste, he started to get a bit good, and he started handling himself very well. And one day he was really just coming on to me, giving it to me, like, I thought, all right. And I remember hitting him with this body shot, and I thought I killed him. So I was like, I dropped down on my knees, I was like, oh, Freddie, all right. And he was going, oh.
That's worth a watch on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah. So I felt really guilty about it because he's a really good friend of mine, and I just hope that at the time I didn't hurt him. So, but he took it in good humour, and it was all right. It was all good. We're best of mates now.
Good. How hard was it for you to see your son box? Is that a difficult thing, or?
At first it was. Well, I'm not so sure. Your age, it's a hard game. You're starting late, but I know that in the build-up till before he turned pro, as a kid, we used to go around everywhere together. He used to be in a boxing gym. He knew a lot about boxing, but he never performed. He used to spar with some of my pros, things like that. So he was aware of the seriousness of it. But yes, I was very very nervous for him when he started it, and. But as he progressed, those nerves started to go. When I knew he could look after himself, when I started to feel that he could look after himself in the ring, I started to relax a bit more. And as he progressed, the more confident I became. But his age, I think, will always be a big factor. Because in boxing, I think you have to be young and fresh And I think the older you get, obviously, you're not going to have the strength to sort of go through the middle rounds. I think it'll always catch up with you. That's boxing for you. You can't help that, no matter how fit you are. And I think in his last fight, that was the main point. That was a big impact on him. Those all of a sudden, he became his age.
It was a great fight.
Oh, listen,
You know.
it just brought me back to them days at the York Hall, you know, and everyone was cheering me. I had flashbacks. I had flashbacks. It was just absolutely amazing. And he left. He was a true warrior. He left this fighting spirit there, you know. He left a legacy of the McKenzies, you know, in that ring, you know, and it was great. He was absolutely. I mean, he gave 100%. He gave everything that he could give, and I was really proud of him. Really proud of him, yeah. So, you know, he's going to go away, lick his wounds, and you know, call it a day. I don't blame him.
I think he said he took quite a lot of advice from you to make that decision.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we sat down, we had a talk, and you know, I told him what I went through, the decision I decided to make, my decision, when I knew I didn't have it anymore, and when you're a certain age, boxing has to go. Has to go, yeah. And I think he saw the sense in it and, you know, made his mind up. Yeah, very hard decision, yeah.
What about when you retired? Was that a hard decision as well, or?
I can tell you now, it's like, when I think back, I think, no, it wasn't. I had this young kid in me, I can't remember, he's in Italian, yeah. His name will come back to me, but he was just a little bit quicker. He was quicker, faster, and I knew didn't have it anymore. Yeah, I was struggling to make the weight. When I say struggling to make the weight, I made the weight, but it wasn't easy anymore. And my body was saying to me, you can't keep doing it. And in that ring on that night, I didn't have the power, I didn't have the speed, I could see the punches coming, but I couldn't move out of the way. It's all those little things. And when I lost it, when I tried to regain that title, and I lost it, I knew then that it wasn't there. It was not there. And then I said, that's it. I just called it a day. It was hard to do, but I thought, do you know what? There's going to be more lads like that. Don't want to sell my reputation down the drain. Because everyone remembers you for your last fight. That's a fact. Forget about what you've done. What happened to your last fight? So that was that. So.
All right, Clinton. Perfect. That's
great. Listen, that's fantastic. Yeah, good talking to you, mate. That's good. That. Lovely. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll talk about boxing all day and night. I could.